I think it was a great team win today. The momentum that we've had when offense went out, and then it was complemented by the defensive stops, in the first quarter, and then with special teams kind of adding on to that. I think that momentum just kept going, and then on the times where we were stopped, it was where we felt like we kind of hurt ourselves and put ourselves in that position. But for the most part, just really proud of the guys and proud of the team win that we had today.
Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa after the 34-10 win over the Jets. Time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right, Woody. Thank you. 4 straight wins, 6-7. Monday Night Football against the Steelers, who had a nice win in Baltimore yesterday. They're now 7-6, and we got a new formula, man. A defense that gives up 3 points, gets the 3 takeaways, 10 now in the last 4 games. Great on third down defense defensively, 6 sacks, starts with them and runs right into a running game that has been really good. And the story being Jaylen Wright, finally, man, after everything he's been through, getting a chance to carry the rock, and we hope De'Von Achane's okay as we bring in Omar Kelly. Omar, I'm sorry, it took a long time to get to you. I apologize. I got a little long-winded there. What do you think about Achane? Is he going to be okay?
Mike McDaniel says it's not broken ribs. That's pretty much all that anybody cares about. He was moving pretty well in the locker room. We weren't allowed to talk to him because of the Dolphins' stupid rules. No other way I can explain it. So he should be fine. Worst case scenario, he wakes up this morning and the ribs are sore. I'm not necessarily certain how they know the ribs aren't broken, but hey, I don't think Mike's a liar.
So let me ask you, the numbers they're putting up in these last 4 games. Some of it is the competition, and that Jets team was not very good yesterday, but they got a lot.
People do that.
Well,
Joe.
I mean,
Don't
listen, it's okay. No,
it's not.
That Jets team was not very good, but I like the way they beat them up.
Bad.
Yeah, that's all.
They were bad. So, and it felt like the Jets quit in the first quarter. They didn't want. I think what Patrick Paul basically said. It was like it was in the first quarter. He looked at the Jets defensive lineman in the eyes and basically saw they didn't want it. And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
And they kept giving it to him. And that's exactly what it was. Talking to Jets reporters, they said their defensive line has been abysmal all season. And that's really what it was. But I made this point last week, and I really stand by it. From the Atlanta game on, what unit on this team has been performing better than the offensive line, has been playing better than the offensive line? I don't think there is one. And the way they gelled with Borum and Cole Strange holding down that right side is quite impressive. Butch Barry probably did one of the best coaching jobs I've ever seen in Dolphins history in 2023, and this one might be topping it. You lose 2 starters in the season opener, and you get a unit to gel for 8 games with backups starting, and you finally get Austin Jackson back, and he's one of your best run blockers, and you see what they're doing. They are mowing people down.
Well, and just to add to that, and I agree with you, by the way, there's a guy, Butch Barry, has just done a nice job. Austin defensively on that D line. Those 2 guys, they walk together, I think, a lot here before the morning of games. And I'll tell you what, they got to be 2 proud daddies the way their guys are. Their guys are both playing on both sides.
It's funny that their units were holding the team back earlier in the season, and now their units are the strength of the team. It's just.
But it is nice to see, right? That coaching does matter. Guys care, and they want to get better, whether they're veterans. I got to tell you, the coordinators and the play calling have been really good. I'll tell you what, Anthony Weaver, he was a shark yesterday when he saw that backup quarterback, that rookie free agent come in.
Who can't coach a game against a third-string practice squad quarterback?
He showed him blitzes like he's going to blitz him every time, and sometimes he pull out, and sometimes he rush everybody, and That kid will be seeing a sports shrink today. I mean, after everything.
No.
And you're right. He was put in a really bad situation. Hey, let's talk about.
If they would have done that against Tyrod Taylor, I would have been more impressed. And they were.
Well, he was off to a rough start too. I mean, he was.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I don't even remember him getting hit. All of a sudden, he got a growing issue. I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
The Jets.
Go get him, kid.
Jets could have asked for a running clock that entire game. They would have. It would have been like Pee-wee because they did not want to play.
Yeah. That there is no question. And you just looked at it and you just went, wow, that's a rough group. All right. Hey, I love the Jaylen Wright story, man. He's been through it all. He got injured at a bad time. He has a rookie running back come in and get his carries. He comes back and he goes, wait a second, I'm inactive. What the hell's going on? And all of a sudden, yesterday, and listen, we don't want to see Achane hurt. He's one of the best, man. What the game, if he would have stayed healthy yesterday and played 3 quarters, oh my God, he had a huge game. But anyway, it was so nice to see Jaylen Wright get 22 carries, whatever it was, and really look good.
Yeah, he's had a rough season. I thought about this probably during the game. I was like thinking to myself, who on this team has really had a rougher season than Jaylen Wright? And the only person that possibly comes to mind is Nick Westbrook-Achane. But I will say this, Westbrook-Achane has never had to deal with an injury and come back from a knee injury. Jaylen, it's funny because he's very mad at the media because he thinks it's our fault. I understand when guys get to that point, they're, everybody who's talking about my struggles, you're the enemy. When he suffered his knee injury, he was not doing well. He was being outperformed by the guy who broke his neck. I can't remember his name. In the preseason, he was being outperformed by him. Ali really wasn't outperforming him, but Ali clearly has the power to give you what you need for short yardage conversion. And so he really dropped down far on the depth chart, and he had to really lock in and work his way out. And that's what he's done. People don't realize this, but he's been playing ahead of Ollie Gordon for the past couple of weeks. And so it was good to see him kind of dig himself out of that funk that he was in. And there was a point when we were interviewing him, I felt like he was going to cry. And this is part of the NFL story and the NFL struggles that a lot of guys go through.
Oh, so, yeah. No, that's part of the game right there. It sucks, but that's part of it. Yeah.
People don't realize how much, like, these guys need therapists. Like, it should be mandated every week that NFL players sit down with a therapist. The problem is, I know, and teams do have therapists. They have team therapists on staff.
They do have one.
This is new, and oddly enough, it was implemented because of Brandon Marshall, which is the weirdest thing ever because he's psychotic and crazy. but that's part of the reason why it's needed in the NFL.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. We've had a lot. We've seen it. Hey, we could write a book on draft picks that have gone through serious. Mental.
Most of the time when a guy struggles, it's mental. Like Iggy Igbenogany, they broke him mentally. Like in when he was starting out there for Byron Jones as a rookie, like that kid had talent. And then
I agree. I don't disagree.
He went out there and struggled.
I think Cam Smith had it. I think you could put Cam in there too, man. And it wasn't the shoulders down. That wasn't the problem. He has talent. I'm with you. I agree. I see him come in and out of those breaks. I used to watch Iggy, and I go, man, I can see when he's warming up. I go, damn, he moves like when you watch that stuff up close, and it just couldn't put it together where you got trust of people. But you're right. The mental health is a big part of this thing. As for people out there, I just want to let you know, if you've had children have it, don't feel like a lone ranger. It's going on in professional sports too. You're exactly right.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's talk about the young guys. Starting with Zach Sieler before we get to him. It's like, do you feel like Zach has finally said, hey, Jordan, Kenneth, and Zeke, I trust you guys. I don't have to worry. You guys are starting to get after it. I'm going to start taking care of mine now. And, boy, he's been really productive. The effort's been there. Now he's getting rewarded with some big plays.
I think Zach has always been playing like this. I just think the people around him weren't very good, and that's that's clear. It was evident that at a certain point they were picking on the defensive tackles. Teams began the game in their heavy package and just ran at the Dolphins, and the Dolphins couldn't do anything about it. Yeah. Well, those days are over. Those days are over. All three of them, from Kenneth Grant to Jordan Phillips to Zeke Biggers, who has his own package now, like all three of them are beasting, and gotta give props to their position coach, because Austin Clark, man, and I've always known this. He's been one of the best.
You've liked you know what? You have good taste in a former Golden Bear, a former Cow Bear. You're right. That's a good call.
He's
a good dude too, man. He'll talk to you. He doesn't run and get all pissed off. He'll talk. He's a good guy. And the same thing with the offensive line. There's a standard there, and both of those units, they just work. And from where they've come to where they are right now is tremendously impressive. I don't think Zach has done anything different than he's done in the past 6 years. I just think the players around him, and Zach has been the mentor for every single one of these guys, and he believed in these guys. And at a certain point, I was like, man, Zach, I don't know how good you are at talent evaluation, and they've proven to be right. Yeah, I think listen. If I'm a young guy, I want a guy like Zach Sieler that I can ask questions and bug, and he'll put his arm around me and work with me, and all those things are so great. Let me ask you. I think Jordan Phillips might be right now the best rookie in this class, the way he's playing. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I've always thought he was probably the best performing guy right now.
It's okay to say. You gave me a little pause in there.
But I gave you a pause. But the guy that I want to mention, Zeke Biggers. Like, I think
he's coming on.
The best upside. I think
my God, you might be right about that. The big guy, man, who, by the way, is no surprise that people played against him when he was at Georgia Tech. This is not like he's pretty damn good player there.
I talked to him last week, because I'm probably going to do a column on him this week. Yeah. Like, think about it. Everybody's playing but me. I can't even get on the active, and hell, I'm a good special teams player. He really went to work on himself. He said he lost 20 pounds, dropped his body fat. He'd be in here extra.
Man. That's great.
And he was just like, all of these guys are playing. None of them are better than me. And he went to work, and I heard he was dominating that looks team. He was just killing it. And that's what made them have to elevate him.
Hey, one last thing for you, because if you're going to talk about guys who have really helped pick it up, boy, I'll tell you what, Jordyn Brooks and the guy playing next to him, Tyrell Dotson, just keep making plays. And I got to tell you, Bradley Chubb yesterday, I was watching Bradley Chubb run around, man. I don't know, you talk about a guy that was making a difference in the backfield, and he ended up like one tackle or something, a half a sack, and I think Chop's starting to play a little bit better. How do you like that group of linebackers?
Oh, definitely. I think they're probably the second best unit on the team. Jordyn Brooks is an elite player in the NFL right now. You can make the argument that he might be the best inside linebacker in the NFL at this moment. And Tyrell Dotson as the leader of that defense, 100 tackle season. He's got the interceptions. He's got the forced fumbles. He's got the sacks. The playmaking. Don't sleep on what he's contributing. And Bradley Chubb, I don't think I've seen in my career covering this team better leadership development from two people, Jordyn Brooks and Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb, man. Like you know what? You're right, man. He jumped out there and taken that role.
Yeah, no question about it. The one thing I think about Chubb whenever I think about him is how many sacks he's missed. And I get it. That's part of, pressures count.
Oh, no, you're fine. But he's looking at 10 or 12 right now with some – you're right. Yeah.
But he'd be at like 12 sacks now if he actually closed on a lot of them. And 12 sacks means a lot of money, because he's going to be one of those guys that gets shook down or cut at the end of the season.
Don't feel bad. I was looking at his incentives. He can be just fine.
Oh yeah, I got to look at his incentives.
Oh yeah, they're already kicking in. That when it got to 6 sacks, that money started kicking in. He's doing.
Oh okay.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm not
yeah.
talking hundreds. I'm talking
Millions. Okay.
Yeah. Oh
all
no,
right.
they had to make it up to him. And by the way, we should all be rooting for him to get to 8 sacks, and then. And by the way, playing time stays the way it is. Yeah, those are 2 bonuses. Stay around 70%. Oh, he's in great shape. Bradley Chubb, he's going to be just fine.
I got to look that up. Joe. Thanks for letting me give me that.
Giving you a little teaser, man, as I say goodbye. Hey, by the way, Greg Dulcich makes one of the great plays that got called back. What a great find. This guy and the way he fits in, and again, Mike, the way he uses everybody has been great.
I would make the argument right now that Greg Dulcich is probably the 4th best weapon on this team offensively.
I'm not. You're not getting any argument out of me today. No, you're right.
And probably he has, because Darren Waller can't practice, and Tua is a big chemistry guy, and I don't even want to use that as an excuse for why Tua's playing so poorly, because he is. But he just doesn't have any chemistry with Waller, and he's got a ton of chemistry with Greg Dulcich.
Yeah,
and. I am at this point where I think Dulcich could be a number 1 tight end.
Yeah, no, he is. God, yards after catch yesterday. What a play. Real quickly before I go, and we're running long because don't get you a lot here, but we have people already text in. All right, what do you have to say about Tua? I thought he had a good game yesterday and he led the team, and I'm
no, he didn't.
What?
No. Tua. This is not Tua. I don't know who that is.
I don't.
This is like Tyreek Tagovailoa. I don't know who that is. He looks like he's aged 5 years in 1 season. I don't know what it is.
All right.
And they clearly won't address it.
No. Game manager. All right. Hey, Tua, I hope he gets it turned around. We're going to need him more. How do you feel about this Pittsburgh game?
Ooh, probably the game of the season.
How good is that going to be Monday night? I think it's going to be a good game. Yeah. I'm with you.
This is probably going to be the game that tells me whether or not this team has changed and whether Mike needs to get another season.
Hey, by the way, that's a great call. This is everybody's wanting you to step up and people saying about your schedule. All right. So now show me on Monday night all the things that everybody's, all the narratives. I got that Monday night game up there. And let's go get it. Anyway,
they are the AFC South leaders, and their head coach is basically on the hot seat and on the trade market. And he feels threatened. His team's fighting for him. Well, your team is fighting for you too, Mike. And I that's the one thing I give Mike tons of credit. This team has never quit on him, not 1 second. And
I agree.
That takes a lot. That really takes a lot.
And by the way, guys are trying to play and everything else when they're banged up. So I agree with you. Hey, Omar, thank you, man. Appreciate it. A lot of different stuff today we hit. So thank you.
All right, guys.
Omar Kelly joining us this morning.